This looks intriguing. Revelio.
Oh, this thing. This is probably another Merlin trial, right? Alright, no. I want to do potions class, so we're gonna go back. Oh yeah, we're here again. Is that the guy we turned into a chicken? No.
Revelio.
Yeah, the school definitely feels different without Dumbledore's headmaster. Like, oh, I love this so much. Oh, how cute. Aww. Oh, screenshot time. But yeah, with Dumbledore there, I feel like even if you're out this late at night, it would feel safer.
Revelio.
But I don't get the feeling that Headmaster Black is really protective of the students. Oh, what? Wait for what? Dueling Club? It is the Dueling Club. He fell asleep where the Dueling Club meets, and he's like, oh my god, my potions class! Okay, we're gonna go to potions class, and let's also swap out his outfit. Okay, actually I should probably do this. You thought I was over it? Thought I'd forget, didn't you? Didn't ya? No? No forgetting here.
Revelio.
Augury skeleton? This is a skeleton of an Irish phoenix or augury. I hope I'm saying that right. An intensely shy bird who can forecast the coming of rain and whose mournful cry was once believed to foretell death. Wow. That looks perfect. Enjoy some nice music over a cup of tea. I like to imagine that the students staring at him are like, what is he wearing? Can't get in there, so we're gonna leave it. Okay.
This looks like the location from the... Maybe someone from the Ministry guarding the school.
Ah, it is.
Incendio.
Oh, I forgot that Incendio was there.
Lumos.
I actually don't remember where the painting was.
Let's get you back to your frame, little moth.
I think there were doxy eggs as well.
Ooh. That was so sweet. Let's get you back to your frame, little moth. Spidey. Oh. He just comes into class like this, just stands in the door, and everyone's like... Wait.
Revelio.
Uh-huh. Gregory the Smarmy, the statue with an ingratiating grin depicts the medieval wizard Gregory the Smarmy, the wizard famous for inventing Gregory's unctuous unction, a potion that makes the drinker believe whoever gave them the potion is their best friend. I wonder how many people he tricked like that. Oh yeah.
Ha! I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame.
We should tell Lenora. Alright, but in the meantime, we gotta go to potions class in our smithy outfit. Who's in potions with us?
Revelio.
Sebastian's in all. Sebastian, were you just looking at Spidey-Wiggins' butt? Yeah, you shake your head. We all saw it. I'm gonna replay it just for proof. No, you stop shaking your head. We saw it. Okay. I actually think I've been in here before, right? So I probably took stuff. 1 coin. Is Natty here? Natty's in the class too.
I hate to see a creature get put down like that. But trolls have no business in Hogsmeade.
Hmm. Isn't that the ominous guy?
potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school.
Just walk in
As
like...
fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wiggen-Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wiggen-Weld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw.
He's referring to his injury.
Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wiggen-Weld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin.
He reminds me of the actor from The Haunted Mansion. Nathaniel Parker, I think his name was. Weirdly...
Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients.
Okay. I say weirdly, this outfit really suits Spidey-Wiggins. Is that it? Do I have to keep going?
Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions.
Pinch
One
and dip.
errant sneeze could be disastrous.
Orklum juice. That is a big ladle. Holy cow. Okay. Professor Nathaniel Parker. Uh-oh.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir.
I thought it was going to explode.
Not an easy potion to brew. Well done.
There goes Lenora.
And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippins, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time around.
Okay. Where did, the other question is, like, where did Spidey-Wiggins get the money that he has, you know? Because we don't even know if he has parents. Is that Lenore? Alright, we're gonna talk to her.
Don't fret if you run out of ingredients.
that's not Lenore.
I simply grow most of what I need.
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of a goblin rebellion.
My Wiggen-Weld potion's utter rubbish. Wish I could just replace it with one from J. Pippins.
He doesn't sound as cocky now. I kind of feel bad.
Professor Sharp said that Wiggen-Weld potion can treat injuries. Hope I never need it.
Spidey-Wiggins is like, well, don't assume that you won't.
Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as an Auror. I wish he talked about it.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission
Whoops.
to go into his office?
Weasley, Gareth Weasley. You heard correctly.
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
He wants
I
us...
suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
We don't want to break Sharp's trust, but I think Spidey-Wiggins would get it for him. I think he would do it. He's used to breaking rules. In a good sense, although we don't know what this Gareth guy is plotting, but... Oh, so I'm sorry if you heard a weird sound. My air humidifier thing just turned off.
I'll get you the Fuipa feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fuipa feathers aren't that valuable.
Okay.
Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Okay.
Remember,
We did collect some of those eggs before. Was that it? Oh, the feather. That looks like a very specific type of feather, but okay.
Here's the Fuipa feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you. This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Endurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Okay. Wait, I thought this was ours. I have to talk to the professor first.
proficiency and potions are two things that cannot be rushed. Have patience and be thorough.
Okay, Nathaniel Parker. Edurus potion. Okay. Cool, okay. It takes 25 seconds.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and that's odd. What's happening?
Oh.
Wait, it's not supposed to. Ah! Get it! Oh. Dragon tongue! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
Poor Natty was stuck next to him.
What now,
And
Mr.
Sebastian.
Weasley?
That's what you get, Sebastian.
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again.
Oh.
Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me as well.
Okay, Nathaniel Parker. Yes, Nathaniel Parker.
I brewed an Edurus potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I shall assume that you've learnt a lesson. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical, given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all.
Don't we get our own potion station? Didn't we?
I
Revelio.
think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
Wait.
My robes are going to reek from Gareth's inspiration for the rest of term.
Was that the girl we just helped earlier? Let me just see what this boy is gonna say.
I was impressed that you were able to answer Professor Sharp's question about the Wiggenweld potion.
Oh, you're the new student. I've heard much about you. Thank you. I'm Amit, by the way. Pleasure, truly. And I've never seen anyone brew such a flawless Wiggenweld potion on their first try. Well done.
Aww.
I'm glad I was able to get it right the first time.
You must simply have a knack for potion making. Some students seem so confounded by potion recipes, it's as if they're written in gobbledygook. A fascinating language, by the way. Neither here nor there, really, but I am a self-taught speaker. Merlin's beard, good conversation is the enemy of free time. I must return my book, Gateway to the Far Stars, before my next class. Speaking of stars, we'll be in astronomy together. You'll love it. Professor Shaw is firm, but quite clever. See you soon, no doubt.
I wonder when we'll get to do divination.
Portrait in our common room wants to talk to you. It's Eldridge Diggory. He used to be the Minister for Magic, I think.
Cedric's ancestor? Oh, okay, we're gonna have to go back up. Ooh, Hufflepuff's a little bit higher up than Slytherin, I see.
That was an interesting class.
Common room
Thanks
wise.
to you. Wasn't precisely what I had in mind, but it was still brilliant. I appreciate your help. I hope Sharp wasn't too disagreeable when you handed in your potion. Heard him talking about taking responsibility.
Professor Sharp was annoyed, but we sorted it out. No harm.
Cheers to that. He probably had a good chuckle after we left. Sharp may seem gruff, but I'd bet a few galleons he blew up a potion or two in his day.
Probably.
Best be off. Next time we talk, I promise. Fewer explosions.
Alrighty, Mr. Weasley. What would the Minister of Magic want with Spidey-Wiggins? Oh. Didn't mean to slam into her. But if Lenore is there, that's actually great because we can tell her about the painting. Now, I know what you're thinking. I could just teleport there, but no. No. Half the joy is running to each location. Ooh. Almost there. Yep. The Great Hall is actually just around the corner over there. So it's like Hufflepuff's probably the easiest common room to find. Do you think we can go in? The kitchen? If one tickles the pear in this still life painting of a bowl of fruit, it will giggle before turning into a doorknob to allow entry to Hogwarts kitchens. That's a little bit more than tickling, huh? Lenore, where is she? Oh, I see him. Okay. Before we do that, let's see if Lenore is here.
Gardens at Hogwarts are impressive. Do you think Garlic maintains them? With the help of house?
Garlic maintains them. Just floating sentient garlic. Oh, Lenore? She might have left. That's okay, we'll find her. We'll find her eventually.
You wanted to see me, sir?
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself. So few students know who I am these days. Eldridge Diggory.
Eldritch
Former
Horror.
Minister for Magic and founder of the Aura recruitment program at your service. I believe you can help solve a decades-old murder, thanks to that book you found, and, in particular, its missing pages.
How did he
How
know?
do you know about the book and the pages?
We portraits here more than you might suspect, and most of us can keep a secret. So, what say you? Surely a Hufflepuff such as yourself would be inclined to help seek long overdue justice.
I think Spidey-Wiggins is like, me? Solve my own case? Holmes would be so proud.
I'll do whatever I can.
Wonderful. I am pleased to have been right about you. My great-niece, Helen Thistlewood, can provide you with details. She's retired now, but was a skilled aura in her day. And the unsolved murder of which I speak was her case. I often visit my portrait in her home, in the nearby hamlet of Upper Hogsfield. Shall I tell her to expect you?
He's like, how would the pages help?
How could a few pages of a book help her solve an old case?
A boy disappeared with those pages, but they never found the body. A girl was convicted of his murder nonetheless.
I bet it's...
It seems those pages could exonerate her somehow. My great-niece can tell you more.
I bet it was the girl we saw in the pages of the book. The one who can see the ancient magic, like us.
Can you tell me more about your great niece?
Cream of the crop when it comes to auras. A star pupil here, and then an exemplary servant to the ministry. And her spark hasn't diminished one bit in her retirement. She and I often chat about old cases and our glory days. No offense, but it's nice to get away from the students and converse with someone who's familiar with my legacy.
There are a lot of old wizarding families for sure. We've seen quite a few of them. The Black family, the Weasleys, of course. We've got the Diggorys here. Gaunt. What's Sebastian? Is Hallow? I don't know if we've seen Hallow in the original IP, but...
When were you the Minister for Magic?
Over 100 years ago. 1733 to 1747, to be precise. The stories I could tell you. Didn't have the chance to do all that I could.
Aww.
I was in the midst of reforming Azkaban when my life was cut short by dragon pox. I was sneezing sparks to the bitter end.
Oh, okay.
I shall go and see her right away.
Brilliant. With what I suspect is your knack for hard work and her keen mind, both mysteries may be solved sooner than you think. I shall see you there. Soon, I hope.
Prisoner of Love. Oh my god, have a carrot cake. No, he chose another one. That's okay. Twins. Hufflepuff twins right there. Ooh. Spidey-Wiggins, you might be too fast for this. We will teleport to Helen. Maybe. Or maybe I'll just run there and then cut to it for you guys. Cut out all the running. Unless you guys like the running. If you like seeing the castle and seeing Spidey-Wiggins run around, let me know. And I'll keep it in.
Hello, Lucan. I'd like to practice with the training dummy.
Excellent idea. This time will be a bit more of a challenge.
Sorry.
Ready?
No.
That'd be brilliant.
Wonderful. I'll set things up. Remember to cast all the spell combinations before the dummy lands again.
Accio. Incendio. Levioso.
That's it!
They had to be all switched up. That's it? Okay. Now again?
That was something.
What did I do?
Levioso.
1, 2, 3.
Accio. Incendio.
Good one!
Okay. I'm not gonna remember these combinations at all.
Accio. Incendio.
1, 2, 3.
Levioso.
Oh!
Accio. Incendio.
Like, I have to actually...
Done.
I have to pause to actually read
Impressive
them.
wand work. I'd hate to face you in a duel.
Confringo.
Protego.
Oh no, I'm gonna need a Protego for a while.
Thanks, Lucan. You've been a great help.
Oh, stop. Don't make me blush. Seriously, well done. Training dummies will think twice before challenging you again.
Will they, Lucan?
Even though you won the tournament already. I'm glad to see you haven't stopped training. Stay sharp, my friend.
Revelio.
Oh no, that guy's getting bashed again. Unbelievable. Rude. Can you imagine having that kind of person as your partner? Horrible. There's one over there too. Broken broom. This broken broom belonged to Celine Wartnarby. I can't say her name. And is rumored to be all that remains after she insisted on demonstrating her experimental lunar apparition charm to fellow third years. No one knows if she succeeded. Wow, that's actually cool though. The different
Revelio.
pieces of lore. Flattened armor. This set of armor belonged to Sir Skagglethorpe, the Heedless, who unwisely challenged a mountain troll to a game of musical chairs. Well, interesting. It's all the way over there. Wow, that's far. Oh! I was gonna hop a ride, but they won't let me. This is lovely, though. I could probably pick up the Merlin's Trial on the way back as well. So she's in Hogsmeade. Good thing there's lots of people about. Okay. Ah, Atata.
You're worrying far too much. Nobody's looking at you.
Look at that boy.
Why did you buy me a second pair? I hate these socks.
Novelty socks at that price can't be passed up. Be thankful you have
I'd
socks.
rather have no socks than be dancing like this.
You're not dancing, you're exercising.
Father, why is he dancing?
See? And you'd said the charms come out in the wash. But
What did that...
known someone so
What-
dramatic, just
what is
like
she-
your father. Anyone
is-
would think you had an affliction.
What are they doing, that person?
Oh, please, can't we take these socks back to Mr. Hill and get me some
When
normal
you pay
ones?
for your own socks, then you get to choose.
She's
Until then,
mean.
you'll learn to be thrifty and behave. You're starting to cause a scene.
That's a great scene.
We really wash charms out of things.
Holy shite. That reminds me of a clip I just saw from, I think it's called Going West. They used to be Studio C. They're brilliant comedians. And Sean Astin is in this movie of theirs. And then there's like a memory of this old couple skipping stones. The husband is terrible at it, but the old lady is so good at it that she skips it super hard and then it comes skipping back. What was I saying? Like before, like it would be really cool if it had Harvest Moon-esque features where you can like date someone. There would be like a ball, like a Yule ball or something, and you can go to that with your date. That'd be really cool. You know, maybe they'll add stuff if they make a DLC or something.
This must be the place Minister Diggory mentioned. Helen lives around here somewhere.
Oh, ooh.
Welcome to Upper Hogsfield. Charming hamlet. Don't tell the residents of Lower.
Revelio.
Oh yeah, they have that rivalry. We read about it somewhere, right?
Here you are. I'm pleased to see you took my advice.
He's like, yeah, I'm just gonna take all your stuff now. The Thistle and the Badge, Helen Thistlewood, Reflections of a Former Aura. Retirement isn't what I expected. I enjoy the leisure time, of course, but I do miss the excitement of hunting magical fugitives. I know you're not supposed to admit that you actually enjoy the turmoil associated with the job, but how can you feel anything other than exhilaration when chasing a Ukrainian iron belly through the Muggle city, and then obliviating all of the Muggles who saw you? Or foiling a dark wizard's plot to take over the ministry with an army of Chinese chomping cabbages, using only a single basket of bouncing bulbs. When the ministry finally makes all of my old cases public, my neighbors will never look at me the same way again. Old Madame Thistlewood down the lane is the one who put that nasty boot so-and-so in Azkaban. For now I can merely insinuate, lest I divulge something confidential. I would hate to force my former colleagues into locking me away in Azkaban. Not an appealing thought. Well, I suppose I should check on my garden. The bluebells have been struggling this season. Maybe she should steal her money right in front of her. He is very disappointed. Dear sister, it's been some time since we've heard from you. How are things in the ministry? We continue to think of you and hope that you're doing well. You'll be happy to know that we've all made our peace with your decision to become an Auror. As dangerous as it is, you must live your life and follow your path. You are doing so in the service of the wizarding world. I am proud to call you sister. I must inform you of something that you may find curious. It seems a troll has taken up residence in the train tunnel near town. Poor thing's most certain to learn a tragic lesson about the fundamental velocity of locomotives. Right soon, Eddie Thistlewood. This is so comfortable. Wow, he's just taking all this stuff. That was a juicy apple. It's very cozy in here, though. Before we speak with her, I saw a chest over here. Yeah. It's very cozy in here. The Thistle and the Badge, Helen Thistlewood, Reflections of a Former Aura. I'm still dwelling upon my big hypothetical from the other day. I always made certain that I could defend my decisions before the Wizengamot, should the need arise. I was required to do this on rare occasions, and it was never a pleasant experience. That sound in the background is absolutely awful. I should probably cut those down so that they stop doing that and I can get some sleep. No, that's obviously not what it says. I was required to do this on rare occasions. It was never a pleasant experience, no matter how confident I was. Despite what some believe, the ministry is far from omnipotent, and when I hung up my badge, I left behind quite a few unsolved cases. If I had all the time in the world, I doubt I could solve them all. But should the opportunity arise to revisit one and correct any mistakes I made, I will certainly take it. The case we're doing? That's the only way to rest easy about my career. Never hesitate to fix mistakes, especially if they are yours to begin with. I fear that in our haste to mete out justice, we have inadvertently become the vehicle for injustice. I fear this especially for myself. I could be wrong, but I doubt it. Oh, and I'm through with gardening. I need a new hobby. I can tell. Last one. I have a lot of time these days to reflect upon my career. I wonder if the good we did balances out the mistakes we made along the way. Did we always catch our criminals? No. Did we sometimes put away the wrong person? It's possible. Is that an acceptable risk when it comes to preserving the well-being of the wizarding world at large? I'd like to think so, but then again, I'm not an innocent witch mouldering away in Azkaban. If I were, then perhaps I should feel differently. It is a quandary without a solution, or at least not one that I am likely to solve. This is the problem with retirement. It leaves one with too much time to dwell upon bygone problems. Well, there's nothing one can do about it. Oh, and my bluebells died. And instead those things grew in, huh? But yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of guilt if she messed up that case. Could only be a lot of guilt. I would feel uncomfortable being on the edge of the village like this, if she's right at the entrance of the village. Okay, but anyway, let's talk to her. Spidey-Wiggins can't read, so I wonder how he read all those.
Madam Thistlewood, I met your great-uncle in his portrait in my common room. He sent me to speak to you.
I'm pleased you came. Uncle Eldridge believes the book you found and its missing pages may be relevant to an unsolved case from my time as an aura.
Very well. I'm listening.
Decades ago, a student named Richard Jackdaw disappeared after going to meet a girl named Anne. They never found his body. When his headless ghost appeared briefly in Hogsmeade, wholly unaware of how he died, Anne was convicted of his murder and sent to Azkaban. It was in large part due to the testimony of a girl called Apollonia Black.
Oh.
Jealous of Anne, I think.
That sounds terrible, but I'm not sure how I can help.
Anne's alibi was somewhat labyrinthine. She said Jackdaw promised her adventure following a map he found on some pages he'd stolen from Peeves.
And you think Peeves ripped those pages from the book I found in the restricted section?
If my great-uncle is to be believed, yes. At least that's what the portraits at Hogwarts suspect. Anne insisted that Jackdaw had asked her to follow the map with him, but only after she solved a series of puzzles he'd prepared. Odd way to woo a girl. She swears she never even solved the first puzzle, so they didn't meet. Jackdaw's ghost vanished almost as soon as he appeared. Without Jackdaw's puzzle, pages, or remains, Anne was sent to Azkaban based solely on Apollonia's spurious testimony.
I don't understand. What can I do to help?
I believe Anne may have solved the first puzzle by now, but after spending time in Azkaban, she's a shadow of her former self.
Understandably.
She won't speak to anyone she doesn't trust, and she trusts no one. If you, a student with a connection to the pages, like Jackdaw had, spoke to Anne, she might reveal new information.
Are we going to Azkaban? Oh my gosh. So of course this cannot actually be the girl that I was thinking, the girl who can see the ancient magic like Spidey-Wiggins, because she was way before this time. Well, let's go. Spidey-Wiggins would go.
What a horrible story. If you think I can help, I'll come with you.
This is wonderful news. You are to be commended for your kindness and bravery.
He sure is.
Fortunately, being a retired aura has its benefits. We can apparate right to her.
Okay.
I've escorted ministers, professors, and many others to that blasted place. Never a student, I'll admit, but I will keep you safe.
Spidey-Wiggins is like, okay. Interesting that the headmaster's ancestor, which I'm guessing it's the headmaster's ancestor because her last name, Apollonia Black. It's interesting about her. But we remember, I think Sirius Black did say his family had dark connections, so it kind of makes sense.
Can you tell me more about Apollonia Black?
Wretched, vindictive girl, that one. Apollonia claimed that Anne threatened to kill the boy after he broke her heart. The Black family's power over certain people in the ministry, along with the fact that Anne is Muggle-born, sealed her fate.
That'll do it.
I'd like to know more about Anne.
That poor soul. Never was the brightest girl, and that lack of wit proved to be her undoing.
I half suspect Jackdaw and Apollonia were merely toying with her. Who could have known he'd end up dead?
She's not held up well in Azkaban. In some ways, she blames me for not proving her innocence. I'd like to clear her name if we can.
Poor thing, though. She spent all that time in Azkaban already.
You said Jackdaw's ghost appeared briefly, then vanished. Where do you think he went?
I have no idea. Evidently, he was always a bit restless, going on and on about adventure. If I had to guess, he tired of Scotland and is somewhere on the other side of the globe by now.
Okay, let's go with her.
Very well. Let's go.
Steady yourself. We'll apparate together. Don't worry, I've never splinched anyone.
Do take care now, and tread lightly in that horrible place.
We'll be there in but a moment.
He's been doing a lot of apparating. Wow, she's good.
That ought to keep them at bay for now. Though, be aware, you may feel a wave of despair. It will pass.
Thank you for the warning.
This really is a dismal place. But we'll be out of here soon enough. Now follow me. Mind your step.
I never thought I'd see the inside of Azkaban for myself.
Neither did I.
Mentors. Not even I could convince the Ministry to send them off. There's no need for such monsters.
I'm with Spidey-Wiggins on this one. I was never expecting to see it either, so that's kind of cool. The only thing is, isn't it dangerous to allow any previous aura to apparate in? Couldn't an aura turn bad and use that for bad purposes?
Careful around, Anne. She's been here a lot longer than the rest of us.
Really? What happens if we go in here and it shuts on us?
If I had my wand, I'd cast Crucio on the lot of you!
Oof. Ooh, the Dementor's creep.
Should know at Hogwarts.
Spidey-Wiggins is like, I'm not trying to scare anyone. Yeah, that's really creepy, the Dementors floating around up top.
That witch you're with has a dark cloud over her. I can feel it.
That's disgusting. She's probably not wrong. The dark cloud is probably the guild. We better hope it's the guild, otherwise we're in trouble.
What is that I hear? Perhaps death, in all its mercy, approaches.
She just wants to
The
die.
school's going to believe this.
Now remember, Anne has been here a long time. The Dementors aren't kind. Have patience and speak to her quietly and respectfully.
We have to go in there by ourselves?
Are you Anne?
Who's there?
Okay.
Who speaks to me? Is that death finally come for me?
I'm a student from Hogwarts. I found the book that you said would exonerate you.
Ah, the book, the book. No one would look. None of the mages found the pages. Methinks the feckless knave meandered to his cave. My fate was surely sealed in Upper Hoggyfield.
Ah. So we have to go to Upper Hogsfield for sure. The knave, by the way, I think is Jackdaw, the one who tricked her.
Are you saying that the missing pages are in a cave near Upper Hogsfield?
Hogsfield, ruins house, a vault concealed.
A vault in some ruins near Upper Hogsfield? I suppose it can't hurt to look.
Can't hurt to look, can't hurt to look. Go find the pages from your book. Helen, know you're here. Come in closer, be a dear.
Oh dear, she knows Helen's there. Yeah, Spidey-Wiggins, back up, back.
What is it, Anne?
What did she do to Helen? I mean, you can't blame her. You can't blame her for she's been trapped there. She went absolutely insane. But oh my god, is Helen gonna live? I wonder if we'll find the pages of the book.
Go. The cave. You're safe now. You have what you need. I'll be all right once I get...
The game rendering in. Just the rest of it rendering in. That's really awkward.
But Madam Thistlewood, all right. I'll find it. I'll find Jackdaw's cave.
Oh, sweet Jesus. That was intense.
Bardo Beaumont should have returned by now. Had by dark wizards he was.
Let's talk with her. Actually, you know what? There's so many people to talk to in this town. We'll come back and do this another time. Oh, man. Well, they didn't go terribly far, wherever Jackdaw took her.
Revelio.
I heard something nearby, but... Creepy. Find what he left? It's not gonna be just under there. Oh dear. Huh.
Revelio.
Oh, it's still going, okay. So Cedric Diggory's family has seen some stuff as well. I love when you get to see what the ancestors have experienced. So
This must be the place Anne told me about.
I always think it's so important. Yeah, Spidey-Wiggins, it must be. Oh dear.
No one's been here for ages. Revelio. Lumos.
Okay. Ooh. What are these? Yeah.
Accio. No, that's not it. Accio. No. How did you do this, Jackdaw? Revelio.
Okay.
Accio.
Okay.
I see how this goes.
Yeah, you got this, Spidey-Wiggins.
Accio. You couldn't outwit me, Jackdaw. Now, where's the clue you left behind?
I got a little cocky about that.
Revelio.
There's his clue. Make sure there's nothing else here. So are these the pages? My dearest Anne, well done, you solved my puzzle. I knew you were a kindred spirit and the only one with whom I could truly share my adventures. Meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest as soon as you can. I will show you the map that I mentioned. There's no telling where it will lead us. I found it on pages that Peeves ripped from a secret book, and no one else seems to be able to find. I haven't any idea what lies ahead, but I'm glad to know I shall share my future with you. This is only the beginning, Richard. P.S. I'm terribly glad you found this, as I would have gone on alone if you did not. And what fun would that be?
A note from Jackdaw. Anne never found it. So how did he die? Was she to blame at all?
Obviously she was not to blame, and on top of that, he actually liked her. He wasn't tricking her. So he wasn't working with, what was her name? Ammonia. I know, it's not Ammonia, but from now on it is Ammonia Black. She probably liked him and was jealous. Jeez.
Could it be? Has someone solved my puzzle after all these years? Well done indeed. Richard Jackdaw, at your service.
He's not headless.
The Richard Jackdaw. I heard you disappeared years ago. You have some explaining to do.
I do? That was my puzzle you solved. What are you doing here?
A retired aura, Helen Thistlewood, told me about a map you stole from Peeves. And then Anne told me about a cave.
You saw Anne? Broke my heart. I had to go on without her. Probably best for her in the end. Dare I ask? How is she?
He's not gonna say this to make him feel any worse.
She was imprisoned in Azkaban for your murder. I fear the Dementors have taken an irreversible toll on her.
What? Azkaban? Oh, poor Anne. I had no idea. I thought she'd written me off. I've been traveling the world for years to mend my broken heart. I came back here only recently, on a whim. I must speak to the aura you mentioned and see how I can help Anne.
I'm glad to hear it. Before you go, would I still be able to find the pages with the map Helen mentioned?
I'm almost certain I dropped them in the cave the moment I was beheaded. They're bound to be mouldering away with the rest of me.
Oof.
Tell you what, meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll show you precisely where to find them.
Oof.
If you don't mind me asking, how did you lose your head?
I was having a look about when I suddenly sensed a refreshing breeze, after which I felt, well, lightheaded. That's all I remember. Hence, if you do find yourself in a cave, be prepared. I can't tell you what for specifically, but you seem a perceptive sort. Beware a light breeze.
Oh, that's creepy.
Helen mentioned Apollonia Black. Did she set up Anne to take the fall?
Have you never met any members of the Black family? They can be rather vindictive. Once Anne showed an interest in me, Apollonia couldn't let it alone. That her own heart had grown cold simply didn't matter.
I told you ammonia was bad news.
How is it possible to steal from Peeves? A poltergeist?
I didn't steal the pages from his ghostly form. I merely found them in his wake of destruction. He has a penchant for wrecking things. Books, bottles, suits of armor. Whatever's likely to cause the most chaos. Found them on the floor outside the library where he discarded them. Not my luckiest find, all things considered.
Okay.
Thank you. I need to find those pages to help a friend.
I shall see you there.
Ooh, this is really quite creepy. I need to learn the disarming charm before I can follow his ghost into the forest. I wonder how we learn that. Why don't we head to where that's going to be? It's not too far. We're all the way back at the school. Oh no, it's right there. Okay, we're going to head there. And then I'm probably going to end this there. I feel really bad for Anne, but I also feel bad for Helen. But I wonder if there wasn't more she could have done to actually stop this, you know, the girl from being arrested. Poor Spidey-Wiggins knows all about that, because in one of the Sherlock Holmes games, his brother was unjustly arrested for a crime he didn't commit. What? Do we have to go deeper and deeper? Oh dear. I wanted to end this in civilization. I thought this was going to take us to civilization, but I believe we're entering the forest. I don't think we should do this yet. I don't think this is a good idea. He said I need to learn the disarming charm, and I think that's exactly what we should do before we go in there. Because we heard that the Forbidden Forest is dangerous from a bunch of people already. Let's get you out of there, Spidey-Wiggins. In fact, I'm going to get you home, or at least to some form of civilization. And we'll get you your nice new outfit. You've earned it. Wow, that's dapper. Now, I may jump back to the castle for you guys. But for me, I'm running it with Spidey-Wiggins. We're getting our exercise. Oh, God.
It would be useful if I wasn't on this stupid patrol.
Oh, they have a mongrel as well. We can take him. Oh, the mongrel's under him.
One in.
Oh God.
Yes.
We did it for Press Hackett.
Levioso.
I hate hurting animals, though.
What have you done?
What do you mean, what have I done? What do they mean?
Your poaching days are over.
He said, what have you done to Spidey-Wiggins? What does he mean? Just gotta get him to civilization. I think it will be okay.
Revelio.
Although really, he should be back at the castle. Actually, is the castle safe? Again, is it really safe? Because technically, Headmaster Black is bad news. Alright, we're gonna try to get to Gladrags, sell those spectacles so I don't forget to do that next time, and then we'll end there. He is open all hours of the... What?
I'd say that looks as if it was made for you.
I wish you could sit down on, like, seats. Just stay here with him. You'll be safe here. He looks so stressed. Okay. Well. That was an adventure. Well, guys, that was another episode of Hogwarts Legacy. I hope you guys enjoyed. I, honestly, as usual with this game, if I wasn't quite so tired after a long day of work and also lots of other recordings, I would probably keep playing because it's so riveting and exciting. I'm really excited to see what happens with this whole Forbidden Forest thing. It's obviously part of the main quest because we need those pages for Professor Fig and to figure out what's going on with our situation. But just seeing how everything's coming together, even these really cool side quests that we've been doing, I'm just excited. That was awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it was as fun for you as it was for me. And maybe Spidey-Wiggins? I mean, he's in the thick of it, so it might not be fun for him. But also, he's making Holmes proud. So that's good. But yeah, if you enjoyed, take your Peng-friend flipper, slap that like button. Give it a good old slap. Just 1, or 2, or 3. Or however many you like. But remember, if it's an even number, it's going to become like you didn't like it at all. And I'm tired, so I don't really know what I'm saying. Also, I really need to cough. I'm going to leave it there. I really hope you enjoyed. If you have any requests, you can put it in the comments. If, you know, anything you really liked, or even if you didn't like, you can put that in the comments. You know, let me know. Let me know if you want to open a conversation. I'm always up for conversations. Yeah. In any case, I hope you guys take very good care of yourselves. Do something nice for yourselves. Very, very important. And Spidey-Wiggins and I will see you next time. Ciao.